Yes, sir.
All right. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1 through 5. Read for me, Philip.
For as much then as Christ had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin,
Right.
that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of God. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revilings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. Who shall give an account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? Amen.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Sister P, for the reading of the word. For as much then as Christ has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin.
Amen.
For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. I want to talk today from this thought. I want to talk about the evidence of a converted life. The evidence of a converted life. He that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. A converted life, a changed life, different life. And that consists of, what the song say about a new way of walking, a new way of talking.
Yes.
Since the Holy Ghost took control. I don't think like I used to think.
All right.
I don't see things like I used to see them.
Amen.
Because I have been converted. I've been changed. And it has to be evident.
Right.
You can't convert something and not notice a difference.
Say it well.
That I was, when I cranked my truck up yesterday, we getting ready to leave here yesterday, and two of the members, they commented on the fact that, how loud it was. And they noticed it, that words when you cranked up, it was, whoa! Well, that's evidence that a conversion has taken place. Been dual out.
Yes, sir.
It shouldn't sound like it did when it came from the factory.
Right.
Come on. See?
All right.
And it tells you too that it's noticeable. If you claiming to have been changed and nobody can see no difference
Say it, Pastor.
in the way you act, in the way you talk, and in the way you do things, then that's pretty evident there that there is no change. Because if you change it's going to be noticed.
Yeah.
One of the things that we don't appreciate about our converted life is that when people talk about us,
All right.
you know, we want folk to still think we sweet, still think we, you know, just the nicest thing that ever walked the face of
All right.
the earth. And just, you know, well, listen, you can't change, you can't be converted, you can't be born again, and then everybody still love you.
That's right. Say it well.
If everybody still love you and you done changed, ain't nobody acting no different, nobody treating you no different, nobody shying away from you. If you still the life of the party, you know, it's evident that there hadn't been a noticeable change. Because just as sure as you do, there's going to be some folk that's going to be offended. Come on. But we don't lack that. We still want people to love us and accept us just like they did before we, you know. Back in the Bible days when people converted to Christianity, came from, listen, it separated whole families.
Yes.
See, come on. See, that's why Jesus said this. He said, listen, don't think that I came to bring peace. I came to bring a soul. I came to do some separating. See, I'll separate the mother from the daughter, and the father from the son, and the wife from the husband, if need be, you know, because listen, because it's not that that's my intention, but listen, when one changes and the other one doesn't, it's gonna make a separation. Come on, see, it was so drastic back in the old days till if the husband got saved, listen, the wife walked off and left him.
All right.
If the wife got saved, the husband hit the door. Come on, see? So you can't be a new creature and then still be treated the same. Come on. Any more than you can be an adult and still be treated like a child. Nobody likes that.
All right.
Oh, now come on.
Say it now.
You say it again. Don't you treat me like I'm no child.
Yes, sir.
I'm grown.
Yes,
Come on.
sir.
Why? Because there's a difference, and you're the same person, but there's a difference in your stature. There's a difference in your way of thinking. Listen, you move to, as the world say, another level.
Yes.
So you don't want nobody still talking to you like a 5-year-old.
Amen.
Oh, come on, talk to me here. See? So why, when we get saved, then we still want folk to treat us just like they did before we got saved? Come on. See? You first of all, a lot of them don't do it intentionally, but they don't understand.
Yeah.
See?
Help us, Pastor.
That's another thing. We want everybody to understand us.
Yes.
Come on, see. Everybody, you know, some folk complain, want to know, why you have to always go to church? Every time the church door open, you don't have to be there. See? Come on. See? Listen. Well, you know that the Bible said, forsake not the assembling of yourselves together as such as the manner of some is. You know that, listen, as often as you go, ain't there about as often as you need to go. Come on, see? Come on, see? Why are you always praying. You know that as much as you do pray, ain't there about much as you need to pray. Come on. So don't expect them to understand. Just know this, that it's the will of God that I do it like this.
All right.
So Peter said here in our scripture, for as much then as Christ has suffered in the flesh, for us in the flesh,
arm yourselves likewise.
Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. Not another mind, but with the same mind. Arm yourself, prepare yourself, because listen, if he suffered for us, we gonna have to suffer. Come on. Now, one of the things that causes us to look down on suffering, because we always we look at suffering in a negative sense. You know, when you say suffering, then we automatically go to thinking real bad. But now, look what Jesus said in Matthew 16 and 24.
Then said Jesus unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me.
Now, anytime you get to deny this flesh of anything, that's the type of suffering. Come on. See, it had nothing to do with getting beat up and getting your back striped up, and it had nothing to do with getting sick, with incurable disease or whatever. But that's a type of suffering, because you deny this fella of something that he enjoyed.
Yes, amen.
Yes. And since you stuck with him, because he didn't get saved. Amen. So that's a type of suffering when you are in denial, or self-denial is a type of suffering. And some of us can't handle it. We don't want to be rejected, don't want to be denied something, especially if we feel like it's rightfully ours. Come on. Some folks, just to not be able to go shopping is suffering. Yeah. Come on. See, his budget won't allow it. See, and here they got the red apple sale, and here you can't take advantage of it, And they know how to make it look enticing.
Yes, sir.
Come on. You better have that old couch ever since Cinderella was a little girl, and now she's grown and gone off to college. That same old couch, you want another couch, but the budget won't allow it.
Yeah.
So you can't agree on it, because one fellow said, yeah, we need it. The other one said, no, we don't.
All right.
So that's it.
All right.
Oh, y'all. But the Bible said, listen, he that will come out must first deny himself. Yeah. It has to be. It's no pain or suffering to deny yourself of something that you don't really want.
Amen. Yeah.
That's right.
It's when you really desire something and you have to deny yourself of that. That's when the suffering takes place.
Right.
Oh, glory to God. See. And listen, better when you feel like you done worked hard. And listen, I work just like you do. So what right have you got to say, no, we can't get it?
All right. Stay right there.
But listen, how many know you ain't gonna really enjoy it except it's a mutual agreement?
That's right. That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna tell this and then I'm gonna move on. When we got flooded back there, when that was in 2001, and we had just finished paying for our living room furniture, you know, and the big screen TV. And it came about 2 feet of water in the house. Well, the furniture got wet, but it wasn't destroyed, you know, and we had a Scotch guarded, everything. So every day, but the TV was in show, so they brought us a new one. But every day, I love that furniture outside in the sun, where it could dry, you know, and all that. But so people said, no, we got to get rid of that stuff because it's going to smell. Now, it didn't smell, you know. And I'd have done all that lugging in and out, and if the stuff was just as nice as it was, you know.
All right.
But I knew if I didn't agree to get some more furniture, every time she come in the house, it was going to pass the seal to her.
Yes, sir.
I knew that, so I said, well, I know there ain't nothing wrong with this furniture. See, I done already smelled it. Now I'm lugging it in and out every day for it to get sold. I mean, it was nice. So, he said we got new furniture. So, one of our friends that worked with her said, well, girl, don't throw that furniture away, give it to me. So, she took the furniture. So, about 2 months later, or so, she went over there one day. She come back and told me, honey, you ought to see our furniture. It looks so nice, and honey, it don't even smell. Well, it didn't smell because it was over there in our friend's house. And we had been at 15513, you know. See, we every time she come in, she would, oh, this stuff get on my, so. So I'm saying that listen, you have to be wise enough to know. Listen, first of all, that self-denial is important, and then sometimes even when it's not necessary, it's good to deny yourself anyway to keep peace.
Teach us, Pastor.
You have to get this. So Peter said, well, he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. Now listen. That's another thing that gets us is that we can't. It's hard for us to accept the results of our conversion.
All right. Yeah.
See? What do you mean, the results of our conversion? If you change, then there's going to be repercussions.
Right.
You're going to lose friends.
Oh, yeah.
Folks going to get an attitude. Folks going to make fun of you. You know, they're going to talk about you and all of that. But that goes along with the territory. And see, that's not negativeness. That's positive. Saying when they say, well, you know, so how about you say, oh well, I don't fool with them no more because see they're too holy now. Every time you see them now, see, you know, we used to would go and we'd have a highball. Now all of a sudden, you know, ain't nothing to drink in the house. Yeah. I mean, if they ain't gonna drink, they could offer me one. You know, come on. But no, they took all that. They don't even have. They don't even have the liquor bar now. They decorated it and made something else out of it. You know, that's just so. I don't fool with them anymore because they're just too holy. You know, come on. Come on, if it ain't happened to you, just keep living. Come on. They said about me one time after I got saved, said, well, what about, Floyd? I said, y'all, he said, no, I don't fool with him no more now. Said, since he got in church, he walked with his head down now. And when I first heard it, see, I was young in the Lord, I got upset. But then, Brother Frazier, he wasn't even saved then. He said, man, listen, you can't let that stuff like that upset you like that. Say, because people gonna say stuff. Now this is an unsaved man. Strengthening this sanctified Holy Ghost tongue speaking. See, come on, see. Now that's another thing about us. We don't believe if you ain't saved, you can't tell us nothing. But my grandmother used to say, listen, you can believe the word if it come out of a hellish mouth.
All right.
Truth don't get to be truth when you get to be right. Truth is truth all by itself. And he told me that. He said, now, if you go around chasing every time somebody says something about you, you haven't changed, you haven't backslid, but you've been backslid. Come on, see? So that's a lesson there for somebody here. Come on. Just expect folk, listen, that's your evidence. Because I told you, the devil ain't got but two choices if he gonna talk about you. He gonna either have to tell the truth or lie. Right. Come on, see? But now, he ain't gonna tell the truth, not unless he just have to. Right. So it's more convenient for him to lie. Yes. See? So when he say you're not saved, ain't no need to get all upset. Come on, see? That's a good indication that you are.
That's it. Yes.
So he said, he that has ceased from sin.
In the flesh has ceased from sin.
Has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin.
That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of God.
Now look what it says. Now you would think it would say the rest of his life. All right. But it don't say the rest of his life. It says the rest of his time.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. The rest of his time in the flesh. See? Not the rest of his life in the flesh, but the rest of his time. See? And there's a difference. See? As long as I live, I'm going to be in the flesh. But now, it's what I do with my time in the flesh that makes the difference. Come on. See? Right now, if I backslide right now, unless the Lord chooses to call me off this earth, I'm going to still live. But what am I doing with my time? See? And all the time I spend backsliding, that's wasted time. But life is still going on. Oh, y'all, come on, talk to me here. See? So he said that he should not do what?
That he no longer should live in the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of God.
See? Don't spend. Your time is valuable now. It was valuable then, but you wasted a lot of it. Come on, see? But now that you've been converted, now that you've been changed, listen, you learn how to be good stewards of your time now. Come on, see? So before I got saved, then I didn't see nothing wrong with playing games and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with playing games. But see, I can use where I consumed 4 or 5 hours playing games. Now, listen, I can cut that in half and use some of that time reading the word, or praying, or witnessing and telling somebody else about the Lord, see? Whereas back then it consumed 4 or 5 hours of playing this or that, because that's what I enjoy. But now I'm willing to deny myself of some of that time, so that I can take it and use it constructively. That makes sense? So it says, so you don't lose the rest of your time
in the flesh,
to
the lust of men,
all right,
but to the will of God.
Now, that's another thing about us. When we say lust, it automatically sends a bad message. Somebody will tell you, they say, oh, pray for pastor. He got a lust demon. The first thing you know, who was he lusting at?
All right.
Not what, who.
Yes.
Because that's our concept of lust is man for a woman for a man.
Right.
But lust covers a much larger territory than
Yes,
that.
sir.
Come on, see,
Yes, sir.
come on, see. You could not be concerned about nobody's wife or nobody's husband but your own and still be lustful.
Amen.
See? Well, lust at what? The Bible said after things. Come on, see. Some folks they got a nice word for it now. They don't call it lust, they call it hoarding. See, come on. See, that's when you're piling up stuff. See, some folk ain't satisfied. They just get. Ain't moving nothing else out the way. They just piling it in there. You need a navigating system to go through the house.
All right.
Come on. See, and then we ain't gonna even bring up closets and stuff. We don't leave that alone. Shoes. We ain't gonna even bother that. See?
All right.
But there comes a time. Listen, where a part of your converted life is that when you are content with a lot less now than you were before you got saved. You know, I was telling the Lord just here recently. I said, Lord, now I'm thankful for what you've done for me, but when folk buy me something or whatever, I don't get excited. Listen, I see the time, and this ain't been after I retired. You know, when it get close to check day, there was something about it that kind of, just kind of made me. Come on, see? Why? Because listen, check day is almost here. Come on, see? But now, check day, my wife had to remind me, say, this your payday. Come on, see? Because it don't mean that much to me no more. Now, I know we have to have money to live, and all of that. Don't care how saved you are, you still got to pay your bills and all that. But I'm saying, I don't feel that excitement that I used to. Whenever, in law, back when I was in business, man, But see, that's what growth is about. See, conversion, you be converted, but you have to kind of settle into that thing. See? And at some point, things ought not mean what they used to be to you. You appreciate them, but don't worship them. See, and don't find contentment in them when God can give you all the contentment you need. So I thank God for being delivered. Amen. See, and listen, now I get as much joy out of spending my money on somebody else. Well, more joy than I do is spending on myself. Because, Lord, I just don't need what I used to need. See, come on, see. But again, it makes me feel good to be able to bless somebody else. Amen. Come on. Because I I see the time, I'd have been the one getting blessed. And see, and then how we do, we justify ourselves. Say, well, growing up I didn't have this, and growing up I didn't have that, and growing up, I was telling, who was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? I was telling that I never, the other evening when Brother Sample was at the house, he was talking about bicycles. I said, I never owned a bicycle until, when, last year? My wife bought me 5 years? Yeah, for my birthday. 72nd, 5 years ago, that was 75th birthday. My wife bought me a bicycle. First bicycle I ever owned in my life. Come on, see. Other kids had them, but see, I got my first pair of tennis when I was 44 years old. My ex-sister told me, she said, "Brother, I'm going to buy you something you ain't never had in your life." I couldn't imagine what that was, because listen, man, I was in business then, I'd making money, so I was blessing myself, you know. Oh, flying to New York and all that, so, but it never occurred to me to get a pair of tennis.
All right.
So but for my birthday, she walked in this box that bought me a pair of kids.
All right.
You know, yeah, y'all don't even know nothing about that. You know, that was before Nike and all of them.
Yes, sir.
And I tell you, I wore them tennis. You know, every time I get dressed, I put my jeans on and all of that. You know, I was slim and trim back then. You know, I had a schoolboy figure, so I put my jeans on and all that, and my kids and my cap, and then get in my truck. Come on, me and my dog Lucky, we ride. See, and I kept them tennis until one day on the job I was out there and something was getting a mess, and I didn't have time to put my boots on, so I just went on out there to see me in my tennis and messed them up. But I didn't have them then, but I guess a couple of years. See, but I'm saying nowadays, listen, a kid that's strange. You know, most kids by the time they 10 years old, they done had about almost 10 bikes. You know, but I'm saying, so now my wife bought me one, and the thing is hanging up in the garage. So I tried to ride it one time, and then I thought, now listen, old man, you mess around there and fall, and ain't nobody here to help you get up. You gonna be in trouble, see. So I pushed it on back in the garage, and Sample made some of them hangers, so it's hanging up there, brand new, see. Come on, see. So, but I'm trying to show you how some things, listen, come on, you need to outgrow. Oh, that be that important to you. That's right. Come on here, see. Come on, see. It's like birthday, listen. Some folks get all with this birthday, listen. When you done had as many birthdays as some of us done had, you done got used to birthdays.
Talk to us, Pastor.
And see, if you're not careful, that stuff will become a ritual.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Move on.
For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
See, now when we talk about the will of the Gentiles, that's worldly. See, he's writing the Jews, so he's talking about Gentiles which had been converted into the Christian religion. So he said the time, and see, Jews living among Gentiles had adopted a lot of their ways. See, so he said, for the time past, in other words, in the past, you know,
our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles. When we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revilings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot. Evil speaking of you.
See, the thing that should encourage us to be more faithful and the more diligent in our Christian walk is because Look at the time that you spent in the world doing something else.
All right.
And then you realize, as we said earlier when the kid was saying about somebody praying for me, that listen, there was somebody talking to God on my behalf while I was out there acting a fool and thought I was having fun. Somebody was denying themselves for that pleasure, living for God and praying for me. So now that I've come to the realization that, listen, that God has kept me and blessed me through all of that, listen, now that time is back, I'm through fooling off time with that. Now I want to do what the Bible says, redeeming the time. Make good use of my time now. And see, no matter how much time I spend doing good, can never make up for the good that He done for me.
That's it. So true.
Come on. Well, that song I love, this saying, I can't pay you, Lord, but I just like to tell you, thank you, sir. See, and I do that by doing good for others. I do that. Some of us get tired of praying for other folks. Well, I'm telling you, it done wore me out. I'm tired of, because look like the more I pray, the worse they get. Listen, just kind of do a flashback. Come on, see. Somebody was praying for you when you didn't have sense enough to pray for yourself. And listen, it didn't seem like you were getting no better. Come on here. But what they done, they kept praying. Hey, glory to God, see. They kept talking to the Lord on your behalf. If it had been, we never would have made it to where we are. Glory to God, see. But thank God that they didn't get tired. Oh, glory to God. My mom, they prayed for me, and listen, somebody asked me the other day, was talking, say, well, how long have you been gambling? I said, since I was about 9 or 10. They were shocked. They said, I can't picture you. Well, I can't picture me either gambling at 9 now. But it happened. If y'all might not have had no pastor, Mama would have found out it was happening. When my uncle got married, I missed the wedding because I went to my aunt's, and she'd go up to Mama's, and we'd go down there. Well, Mama didn't think nothing of it. And I gambled all night. I was about 13 years old. See? And all day that day. When the game broke up, I was the winner. Then you thought I'd rob somebody because I couldn't rejoice because if Mama would have found out. So thank God for Uncle Henry. He was always my hero. I told him, and he told me, he said, well, just give me the money, Floyd, and then when you need it, just come to me. See, come on. But if Mama would have known, but listen, who knows if she hadn't been praying for me? See, where I'd have wound up. So that's why now, my brother Ernest and all of them, listen, I was patient with them because I remember me. Some of us forget after we get delivered. We forget how it was. I remember my grandfather used to tell Ernest and say, boy, I don't understand y'all. Y'all get full of that alcohol and you just make all kind of noise. I said, now, I wonder if Papa forgot how much noise he used to make. Come on. I know I ain't talking to nobody here. You always been nice, so I ain't gonna feel bad if you don't say amen. But I'm telling you, listen, God has been good to all of them. Even that person that you done give up on and feel like they ain't gonna never change, God has been good to him too, or her too.
That's it.
And just like he changed you, he'll change them if you stand in the gap They can't pray for themselves, then they need somebody to pray for them. Come on here. So look at what your neighbor and tell them, don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. Come on, Sister Peter.
Wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excessive riot, speaking evil of you.
See, what I said earlier, what about, oh no, I don't, child, they don't, and you can't, listen, now I wasn't asking them to buy me no beer. They wouldn't even let me bring my own beer in.
All right.
No. Cause see, this is one thing about it. See, the Bible said, don't strengthen the hand of a fellow that's doing wrong.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So you have to, but now hold on. Now, it don't mean pronouncing judgment upon them. Come on. See, you got to know how you got to be nice, because further on down here it talks about being hospitable.
Yes.
You know, but you can ask them in a nice way. Say, listen, I'd appreciate it if you left your beer outside. You know, like one friend of mine, you know, he had a big old sign right up over his door. Beware, no smoking. I said, man, that's an insult. You ought to take that down. No, I wanted to know. I said, well, didn't you used to, you testify the Lord delivered you from cigarettes? Well, yeah. I said, well, who put up a sign for you?
Oh, that's good. All right.
Come on. See, don't know that he ran a lot of folk away from his house that he might have could have witnessed to. Come on, see. But by him doing, and listen, it would have been out of order if he said, well, listen, I appreciate it if you didn't bring your cigarettes in. We don't smoke in the house, you know, and do it in a nice way. But a big old sign, big old letter. He make sure that, listen, couldn't nobody miss it unless it was Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles. Now, he forgot how it was when he was smoking, and he testified how, you know, he just couldn't be satisfied without a cigarette. Well, if God delivered you, give that old fella a chance. Come on, see, don't bar him away from your house.
Amen.
Yes. All right.
Preach, Pastor. Y'all see, y'all don't, come on. And then anyway, you know, I told her individual that one time, tell her sister, she can't be saved and smoke. I said, well, look, anything I can't back up in the Bible,
That's right.
I ain't gonna condemn nobody with it.
All right.
That's good to
Well, you condemn that, cause missionary so-and-so, when she used to come, she talked about pipe smoking. I said, no, she ain't talking about no pipe smoking. I know what you talk about, but that don't mean pipe smoking as, you know. Well, that's what she told us. I said, well, you need to quit. You need to read the Bible for yourself. I'm not finna confront nobody with nothing if I can't prove it in the scripture.
That's right.
Come on here. Now I agree that smoking is a bad habit.
Yes.
But I can't go to scripture and prove that it's a sin.
All right.
Come on. And listen, he delivered me. I burn up over 2 packs a day. Well, some folks talking about walking a mile for a camel. I walk 2 miles a minute for a viceroy. At 11:30 or something to 12 at night.
All right.
Come on. See? Yeah, because I just couldn't sleep. I just had to have one. Come on. See? Yeah. So, but listen, and those guys that work for me now, that's one thing that if he told me, Rev, I need you to take me up to the store, man. I need to go get me some cigarettes. See? Now, if he asked me about something to drink, I'll just tell him flat out no.
Right.
But cigarettes, I could identify with him with that.
Yeah.
Now, when you get a cigarette, we rolled up there in the air. But now, if he had to have one, he would get on the back and smoke. Because it smoke bothered me, you know, so, but they understood that. So I'm saying today that, listen, when you done change, you can't help but be a mystery to somebody if you ain't a little mysterious and you ain't made much of a change.
All right?
Right.
My cousin told me one time, he said, man, I know you had changed when you laid that pool cue down. Say, cause I see you beat everybody in the house and then lay over on the pool table and go to sleep waiting on somebody to come in. I said, now, I ain't gonna say you're lying, but because I don't remember that. Sometimes I just be beat out anyhow. You know? But I'm saying, I don't condemn people for being indulging in things that I used to indulge in.
All right? All right?
But now, if they confront me with it, I let them know. Especially if the Bible says it's wrong. I let them know what the Bible says about it. I ain't gonna condemn them. I'm gonna just condemn whatever it is that, come on. Because Jesus, that's a soul Jesus died for.
Right? Yes.
That's good teaching.
Oh, y'all. Come on. So it says, they think it's strange that you don't run with them to the same lust.
Excessive right.
It's strange. And that's the way it ought to be. They ought to see a change.
Yes.
All right?
Come on. They ought to see where it's something different about you than it used to be. If they can't see no different, see? So don't get exalted. Don't get insulted when they because they don't understand and maybe they complain or if they express it and say, well, you done classed up now or whatever. Take that as a compliment. And let them know the same God that delivered me can deliver you. The same God that died for me died for you. The same God that brought me out can bring you out. The same God that took the taste out of my mouth can take the taste out of your mouth. The same God, glory to God, that got me where you don't understand me can fix you till folk won't understand you either. Woo. I'm about through here now.
Amen.
But we got to learn that. We got to learn because sometimes we turn folk away when we could have witnessed to them and God could have saved them.
Amen.
Come on here. See?
Amen.
Because you ain't got no heaven and hell to put them in.
That's it. Right. That's it.
Come on. What's up, Victor?
Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead?
See, God now, after you surrendered your life to Him, then He's the one. Avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. For vengeance is mine, and I will repay, said the Lord. See? So you can't go around straightening folks out. See? Come on. See? You leave that up to God. You just stay straight. See? And let God handle them. Oh, brother, yeah, I feel. Come on. See? I remember my mother said that about Brother Early. That's one of the last things she told us before we left her bedside. She said another thing, y'all leave Early alone. Quit fussing at him. And like there's a scripture about it, I heard a voice from behind me. Said, yeah, I'm gonna fuss at him. I don't care what she said. The Lord done show up me, he's gonna be all right. See? And y'all saw him. I'm telling you the truth. He made a whole lot of us that have been running a long time look like we were in slow motion. Come on here. See, you just can't all you do is be guilty of doing your part. Come on, see, all you be guilty of doing what God has called you to do. See, and then now that you're in a position to pray, pray. Talk to God about it. And I guarantee you, if you do in God's time, not yours, but in God's time, God will make the difference. Come on. See, and see, well, I found this one thing out. It takes patience to be a successful prayer warrior.
Oh, yes. You better say it well.
Glory to God. See, because there's a lot of waiting in prayer. See, come on, see, and listen. You can't go by what you see. You just got to go by what you know. Well, what I know that God will answer prayer. Well, I know that His ears are always open to the cry of the righteous. See? Well, I know. Listen, He said, listen, while you yet speaking, I'll move on your behalf. Well, I know that listen, if I wait long enough. If I let patience have her perfect works. His word said it. That's how I know. And I believe what He said. I believe He ain't said nothing that He won't back up. He ain't said nothing that He made a promise that He won't keep. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let folks see the evidence. See, and I'm closing with this. If you got to tell folks you saved, it's something wrong if you got to tell folks. See, come on. Folks ought to be able to see something without you telling. Come on. The man that was brought to the beautiful gate. Listen, didn't nobody have to tell them folks that man had been delivered?
No, I sure did.
But the Bible said they saw him walking and leaping and praising God. And they wanted to know, how did it happen? Blind man walking around with stumbling over stuff. Well, they didn't tell nobody that had been a change. It was obvious. They didn't understand what had happened, but they knew something had happened. Oh, glory to God. Bible says, Father, thank you today for this word that you sent. God, I pray that it's been a blessing to us. I pray that you help us, God, to let our light so shine before men that men will see our good works and glorify our Father which is in heaven. Bless these that heard your word on today. Bless us, God, all, and keep us every need in the building. I'm asking you to bless and supply according to your riches and glory. Every home that's represented here today, bless, God, and move in that home, in that family. Save, heal, and deliver. Open doors and make ways. Whatever the need is, you're able to supply. And I'm asking you to do it according to your riches and glory by Christ Jesus. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, come on, clap your hands.